Hey everyone, Techne here with a keyboard review, and yes, the keyboard we have is the one that you guys have highly requested, and it is so stinking popular. That is the Pro 2. Why the heck is it so popular? And yes, I know a lot of you are here for that title where it says giveaway, right? And we will be doing a giveaway, but you guys to stay tuned for the video and actually see what we're gonna do for the giveaway and how it's gonna work. I don't know if we'll talk about it at the end, maybe in the middle, maybe here within 2 minutes. I'm not too sure. Shucks, you're gonna have to watch the whole thing. All right, so before we jump into the review of this keyboard and start talking about it and everything, I'm just really curious, and if you guys can share with me, why do you want this keyboard? I know a lot of people want it, a lot of people talk about it. Why do you want it? When I was young, I used to buy Jordans because I thought they made me jump higher and play basketball better. But boy, oh boy, was I still horrible at basketball. But anyways, just to be clear, I'm not here to hate on hype or anything like that. Hype is fun and hype is exciting, right? Think about the Model O, you know? We all want to think originality and, oh, hey, I was first for this, whatever. Hype is fun and it's exciting, you know what I mean? But what I try to do here is not, dog on hype or anything like that. If there's something better, I'm going to let you know. I'm not going to jump on the hype train. Because you honestly know what hypes me up at this age is a nice pair of Crocs with socks. That's right, with socks. Not just Crocs, you gotta have your socks. And a nice pair of stretchy pants. They may not be cool, but they sure are cozy. Alright, so now that I'm done with my dad talk here, let's go and talk about the keyboard here, right? So in your box, you're going to get the keyboard, you'll get your USB, which is red, and it is rubberized right here. You get a little keycap puller, you get kind of like a little quick start guide manual right here, and then some extra keys. These are blank right here, and within every box, whether it be the black one or the white one, you're going to get these same colors right here, and again, they are blank. Now, a couple quick things about the keyboard right here. The frame around it is plastic right here. The base underneath the keycaps is metal, and it's pretty heavy duty. Like, you can really feel the weight within this keyboard. One cool thing that I really like about the keyboard is the variety of switches you can get in. I have the Kale box reds, as you can see right here, but you can get it in cherry, the regular Kale's box right here, Gatoron, all sorts of ones. So it's really cool to have that option to kind of get the keyboard that really suits you. Now, one quick thing I want to show you while we're talking about that frame right there. Again, Pro 2, and you have that frame that kind of lifts up. And look at this. You can get that flex right in there. It's almost just like that Ducky. Remember the Ducky had some flex? I mean, this isn't anything horrible. Again, I just want to kind of show you the build quality and everything. You're spending $100 here, and you should not have that. And as I'm saying, you shouldn't have that. This is a $50 60% keyboard, and look, you cannot flex this thing at all. And again, this is a $50 board. Now, this keyboard can also be used wirelessly via Bluetooth. As you see, you have your power switch right on the back, on or off. And then up here on the keys, you have option 1 through 4 to sync up 4 different devices via Bluetooth. And you can switch between each of them just by simply pressing the key of which device you want active. Now, talking about the keys you just saw right there, you saw that red print on them, right? For some, that may be great. Like for me, obviously with my setup, black, white, and red, I love it. Right? But say you got a green or a blue setup or whatever, right? I think that red's really going to kind of throw off the vibe because it's not hidden back there by any means. I mean, you really, clear as day, see it right there along with the red USB. That's an easy change. But as far as the keycaps, you got nice keycaps on it, so there's really no point in changing it other than that color where they kind of put that red right in your face. But now the keycaps are very strong and durable, double shot PBT, and they feel fantastic on the fingers. They just got a really solid sound, and they just feel, again, very durable and crisp. So one thing I want to point out here while you're looking at these keycaps, it's very minor, but again, it's just something that stands out. Again, with this price of this board, you wouldn't expect something like this. As you're looking at the keycaps right in there, you can kind of see a little remnants of plastic kind of sticking out there. Like whenever they had the keycaps in, I don't know, a mold or something, it's almost like they just snapped them out of there and they didn't shave out the edges. Again, you can see the plastic really hanging off them. Some of them a lot worse than the others. Again, it's not a big deal. It doesn't, break the board or make the experience any worse. It's just, again, at that price point and you see something like that where the quality is just not top notch, it's kind of upsetting. Now, one other thing I want to point out while we're talking about that kind of leftover plastic on the keycaps that just looks pretty cheap, we also get that on the frame of the keyboard as well. I mean, it's a little more even, but you kind of feel a really sharp edge here. Does it ever bother you? No. I mean, I might notice it every now and then when I slide off the shift key or the space bar. It's not game breaking or, ruins the keyboard. It's just that kind of quality right there. Like, it's not there. Again, at this price point, that's just kind of like it should be there. Now, the Pro 2 is also RGB, and you control it with with your function button down here, as you see, you got your function 1 and then your function 2. The function 2 is going to control our RGB. And then with our keys right up top here, you can see we have our controls from our effects cycle, on or off, and then our brightness. I usually keep my keyboards on just a solid red, and it looks really crisp red. It honestly does. But I want to show you right here as I'm talking about this. By the way, this is yellow that we're looking at, and do you guys see the green underneath there? And that's kind of what you get. Like when you're trying to mix those colors, you really catch that right there. It's just kind of, I don't know, it looks goofy because it does it within like the purples or the pinks and stuff like that, you know, and especially the worst one is the yellow right here. By the way, when you're seeing that flicker on the screen, that's not how it looks on the board. I mean, it's butter smooth, especially during the motions and everything, really butter smooth. It's just the frame rate of the camera and everything syncing with it. So as far as RGB, not the best, not the worst. I've definitely seen better. That color bleed, especially within the yellow right there, really threw me off. And again, with some of the other ones, you saw some of the prominent color kind of overtaking the other color there. And you can adjust a lot more of this on a software, which I would like to show you right now. All right, so as you can see, we are in the Pro 2 software here. And again, this is almost like required for this keyboard because again, straight out the box, I couldn't even adjust the brightness of the keyboard. But anyways, let's go on and select it here. We're going to get into general, which is just going to give us some general information about the keyboard. As you see, Pro 2 with battery life, because again, it's Bluetooth, so you're gonna have to charge it right there. And there's some basic quick options right here with your macros, your layout, whatnot, auto sleep, and then your Bluetooth. So I think it's pretty cool. A bunch of nice options in here. Again, if you like the options, it does have it. We pop right down here to our layout, and this is something I really like, especially in a lot of keyboards, and not every keyboard has it. So again, you kind of adjust some of your layers right here and whatnot. But the thing I really like, I use a lot of Apple products, and like I just bam, plop right down here and set it up to Apple. And this is where I think the blank keycaps really come into play, for me at least. It's not necessarily like, oh hey, a custom look type deal, but I get right down here and click Mac, and it actually gives you that command button and everything right there, which is a really cool touch. You pop right down here to the lights, and this is where you can adjust all your lights and all that stuff, single lighting, tons of effects right there. Click it right here to a preview and everything. But again, you have so much to pick from, and it's actually pretty cool that you get all those options to choose from. Right down here, you can get your macros if you dabble with that. I do not. And this says audio visualization. Whenever I try to click it, it says I need this deal right here, whatever that is. So anyways, I did not mess with that. But again, like I said, there's so many options you have within this keyboard. Again, the one thing I really like is that Mac option right there. I'll put me a little blank key right here and be able to flop back and forth, and I just kind of really know, okay, that is my command key for my Apple product. So as far as that software, there's a lot you can do in there. And if you like software, it has it. You can customize the heck out of this thing as far as individual lighting, adjust your RGB, your effects, your key map, and all this stuff. You can do all that within that software, which is cool. But me personally, on a 60% board where I'm just going to get to gaming and get at it, you know, I want to plug it in and just get to it, you know what I mean? I don't have to go in there. You even have to do firmware updates on this keyboard quite often, which is nice because they're staying on top of it, but it's just a stinker that you have to do it, you know? Honestly, straight out of the box, when I took it out, plugged it up, I had to do a firmware. I couldn't even adjust the brightness of the keyboard. I plugged it in, I can adjust the effects and the colors and whatnot, so I can get on my red, but I'm like, sheesh, I can't even adjust the brightness. Like, what's the deal? I had to actually plug it up and do the firmware update to even adjust that. What that is in my eyes is just laziness. Like, that should have been taking place out of the factory. That's a step they're skipping right there, not updating this right there so it functions like that, you know what I mean? That should happen there. That number one firmware update so everything functions on the keyboard as it should with the options you have. That should happen before it leaves. So real quick, before you start getting on me here and everything and say, oh, hey, well, you're going to plug it into PC anyway, so who cares? Just update it, right? A lot of people are getting keyboards and mice for a console, right? And I think with console, you want this kind of compact deal. You don't want this massive keyboard sitting there, right? And if you plug it in a console, you're not going to have those features. You have to bring it to a PC to update to get those features, at least for the one of mine. Are they different out of the box? I don't know. I wouldn't think so. That'd make it even worse, you know? But again, it really stinks. Like if you got just a console user and you don't have a PC in your house, well, you can't do that firmware update. All right, so I know there's someone out there just skipping along trying to find out whenever I talk about that giveaway, right? But there's a few more things I want to kind of talk about the keyboard, and we're going to roll right into the giveaway there because it kind of goes together right there. What I want to kind of point out to you guys about this keyboard is you're not just buying this great 60% quality keyboard, you're buying features on it. And I just want you to kind of remember that. Again, you got those 4 Bluetooth options up there and you're paying for that. So if that's a thing that you need or you want, sure, then it's going to be great for you, you know what I mean? Minus some of the other little minor flaws, you know. But again, I think you can get better for the price, you know what I mean? Maybe cheaper, give or take a little bit, 10, 20 bucks more, and you can get something incredibly much better. All right, so now that we talked about some of the features and covered everything on the board from the RGB and everything, that's when I want to kind of roll it into the giveaway here. And this is going to be a little bit more of my dad talk, if we want to call it that, What I just want to recommend you guys, I don't know, I'll take a lot of heat for it in my videos, and you know what? I'm okay with that if someone wants to thumbs me down because I'm not on a hype train about a keyboard or a mouse. Because honestly, all I'm trying to do here is help you spend your money wisely. Not something that I just love, something that is an absolute functional, valued product. You know what I mean? Something that you're really getting your money's worth out of. And again, that's, as you can catch me, that's where I'm getting the vibe with the And Pro here. It's a nice board if you need those features, you know what I mean? But again, at that price point, I think you can get better. Maybe save up a couple bucks more and get something even better, which is what we have for the giveaway here, is the Durgod and HK Gaming Hades here. And now, if you haven't seen my review on the Durgod and HK Gaming Hades, please do go check it out. I mean, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, this is a 65% board, actually, compared to a 60% board, which I honestly absolutely love 65% boards. They're a lot easier to use than a 60% board. They're not much bigger at all. But please check the video out on this keyboard right here, because you would just be absolutely blown away. I mean, it's such a solid board. It's not really out there as popular right now, which I don't understand. Like, why isn't this talked about much more than this? It just blows my mind. I mean, let me just show you this thing here. The entire frame of this keyboard is metal. The entire thing. Bottom, sides, and everything. Not a lick of flex. There's lights right up at the top here. I don't know if the camera will catch you. See those 3 lights up there? Let you know if your Windows lock or your caps lock, and you can adjust those to whatever you want. It doesn't affect your RGB on the keyboard. Like if you got it lit up red, bam, and you hit this and it'll turn blue or whatever, you know what I mean? It doesn't affect that. I mean, this thing is incredibly solid. Yeah, it's missing double shot PBT keycaps right here, but you got the option of switches and everything, and it is just so crisp. Please just go check out that video. I'm not trying to get views. That's not what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to do is help you out and let you know, hey, sometime just pass up the hype train. So again, this is the keyboard we will be giving away, the Durgod and HK Gaming Hades right here. It's using Gatoron red switches, and again, the thing is just absolutely phenomenal, and this is the one we will be giving away. Unfortunately, it's gonna have to be US shipping only, and I apologize for that, because again, this thing is lofty. It is extremely heavy, and it'll cost me an arm and a leg to ship it overseas, so I highly apologize about that. All right, so how this giveaway is gonna work right here, I'm gonna do a little bit different. Some of you have been here for a while. I know I like doing my giveaways. Kind of interesting, a little bit fun, right? I don't like using computer programs. I feel like that's kind of boring. It takes the personality out of it, I'm getting really bored of actually doing our little number pick thing. It's getting kind of whatever, But anyways, what we're gonna do here, number one, you have to be a subscriber, right? Number two, what I want you to do in the comments of this video here, I want you to leave just a quick sentence. You don't got to leave me a whole story and a whole, why. But I just want to know why you're interested in the And Pro 2 or why you want the And Pro 2. If it's hype, if it's Fortnite hype, or if it's just because everyone's talking about it, let me know down in the comments, I'm not trying to prove a point to rub it in your face here or anything. That's a lot of hype, And it's not what I'm trying to do at all. I'm just really curious. Is there something I'm missing that's great about this board that I'm not seeing? That's all I'm trying to do here. Again, you don't got to leave me a massive sentence. Just like, oh, hey, it's just because everyone's talking about it. Just, oh, everyone's talking about it right down there. You know what I mean? And again, it's not me trying to rub it in the face or prove a point. Maybe we can open up other people's eyes. And again, all I try to do here on this channel is help you spend your money wisely. And the last thing you need to do is retweet this video on Twitter from my account. I will have it posted on my Twitter account there at the Techne1, also in the banner in the About section of this YouTube channel. And then you're going to retweet that video that is pinned to my account right there. You're not just going to share the video to your account and say you shared it or something. You got to retweet it from my Twitter account right there, and I'll be able to track the retweets right there from that video and then verify them to your comment on the YouTube thing, if that makes sense right there. And also, the giveaway will end on October 31st, so I feel like that gives everyone a fair amount of time to enter in and qualify for the giveaway right there. And again, just to kind of put it out there, I'm not doing this to kind of rub it in the face and say the hype and just trash the And Pro 2 by any means. I want to do this giveaway because if I can open up one person's eyes, I think that's a win right here. And again, dad talk, all I'm just trying to spread out here is don't jump on a hype train. Look what's out there, because again, for about the same price, you can get a keyboard like this that just absolutely smashes the And Pro 2. Like, it seriously probably would smash the And Pro 2 with how heavy this thing is. So all in all, my take on the And Pro 2, I'm sure some of you have caught it by now. Some of you have probably don't agree with me by any means, you know what I mean? You just want to be part of the group of the And Pro 2 gang or whatever, you know what I mean? But again, I don't think I'd recommend it. It's not horrible. It's not great. I feel like you can get a lot better for your money, and that's where I leave it right there. But hey, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't upset you too much. I know when I start, hating on the hype train, I get a lot of hate and a lot of thumbs down for it. So again, I wasn't trying to do that. Again, I'm just trying to spread awareness. Let's put it that way, But anyways, I really appreciate you stopping by and watching this one. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for some future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.